the basement. The second, or the parish hall, sorry. The second was Father's office. We dislocated Father from his office in the rectory, and so we had to find another place for that. An office for the business office from the parish had to be relocated as well. And the fourth was the fact that there was a restroom that was being used in the rectory. Even though there's a restroom in the basement, men's and women's, there was a need to have a restroom that was handicapped accessible. So what I'm going to ask Dustin to do is talk a little bit about each of those four areas and the way that those have been addressed and kind of where we're at with that particular project. So
I'll outline it on the overall parish plan, and then I have some larger scale zoom-ins of those rooms that we can take a look at. First one that we're going to address is the unisex bathroom. In the back part of the church, there's an alcove. If you remember it now, if you're walking back out those doors, if you turn right, there's an arched opening. In that space there is where we're putting, we're going to put in the unisex bathroom. The idea there is that it's ADA accessible, wide enough door for wheelchairs, toilet will have grab bars. I'll get into those details, but this room fit really well for that. It's located right above the bathrooms in the basement, so it was the most logical option to plug into all that service.
and it also is in the back of the church so that nobody has to walk through the church, during services in order to access the bathroom as well.
The next area is the clergy office for Father's office. There were 2 confessional rooms in the church. It was decided that one would be a great fit for Father to have for a space. In the back of the parish, where we're looking at space for Sister and the business managers and the secretaries, creatively carving up and reconfiguring the space back there to make room for that function. And then in the basement, in the parish hall downstairs, relocating the food pantry that was in the rectory with some new cabinetry and reworking this wall to host the bulk shelving of the goods, and looking at the metal ramp chute that Rob may have a little more information on as that's advanced delivery system into there, and some other cabinets that are being installed in the back of that stage area and along this storage. So this drawing is the last drawing I have, and it shows these spaces in a little bit more detail. You can see this is the zoomed in drawing of that bathroom in the back. This is where that arched door was. We'll be placing a door. It'll have an occupancy sign on it, so you know if it's used or not. You won't have to be knocking during mass. You come into this space, it'll have a new white floor, painted white walls. It'll have white fixtures, toilet, grab bars. It's dimensioned and designed to be functional for ADA. It'll have a vent to the exterior of the building. Low flow, good, enough flow for the room, but low flow so that it's not resonating a lot of noise into the parish. It'll have paper towels in lieu of a hand dryer, so the paper towels will be quieter, so it didn't interfere. Mirror, soap dispenser. There's a window in there, so you'll have natural light, but there'll be the lighting in the space as it is now, with fresh painted white walls.
Will there be a sink in there also?
Yes. Yep. There's a sink.
Full sink, hot and cold water.
I don't understand the exact location. Are you speaking of when we walk into the front of the church, or we walk into the door? That's which one?
The altar servers.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the altar service.
Yes,
where they were.
Where the altar servers.
Okay.
We found a place for them.
That's a big space. I mean,
Yes, much bigger than we needed, but we found a nice place for them. We worked on that. So, don't worry.
That was the only space, though, that would accommodate full ADA access. Because technically, although we use the restroom in the rectory right now, that's really not ADA capable, and so we had to make sure we had a large enough space to be able to turn a wheelchair around and all that type of thing.
And there comes a point where you want those bars next to it.
Oh, yeah.
Where is the access into the back? Is it the same?
It's the same access.
So you have to be inside the church in order to get
Yes.
out, like when you
Yes.
just walk through the front.
Yes, ma'am. And so that archway will be replaced with, there will be another door there that'll replace that doorway that's there now. And
What about the outer door?
Yeah.
The outer door to the church, that remains. There's the two doors into this vestibule space.
Oh, okay.
These doors, you come up those stairs and you go through the doors into the church, that vestibule. All that remains. What we're really doing is taking that arched opening. That would be, if you're walking in, it's to the left, and we're going to put a new door into that opening.
But that's in the interior, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Oh,
But there's a
okay.
door on the outside.
That's not changing.
Not the main doors, but the side door.
There is a door.
There's a side door there.
The door goes
In
into the
that
church
room,
or
there's an outside door.
from the outside? No, that's the,
That stays?
That's it.
the outside door, you really can't change. That's the thing.
You know what it is? When you walk into that room, you have this little room here. It's like two rooms.
Yeah.
And then there's the larger space there. So is this little space here gonna just be, are you gonna utilize that as a bathroom too? Yeah, or no?
But you still have that space.
Okay, okay. So you're still gonna have that space where you go in and you can probably go out? The bathroom be off on this side? Okay.
Yeah, you can
Got it.
still walk outside to inside, back
Okay.
and forth through that space,
And the bathroom will go.
and just in
that
that one,
side.
just in that altar room.
Okay.
Was that your vestments room, Father? Is that what that?
Yeah, that's
Vestments
what,
room?
that was where the
vestment.
service
The
is.
window in the back.
Yep, there's a window into that altar room.